Welcome back to Market on Close, continuing to cover the big move up in crypto assets. Bitcoin, it continues to climb. It's not just Bitcoin now. Some of the other coins, a lot of them have joined the party now, Scott. Mr. Bauer is the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy, our go-to guy to talk crypto trading throughout the past year. So, Scott, when we talked about this move building up the past couple months, you and I discussed the fact that it was kind of Bitcoin specific. You know, it was happening a little bit uncorrelated from some of the other parts of the market. And you were saying, look, we get to 5.5, I like it, and I'm gonna trade it. So now we're at 8.2. What do you think?
Yep. Well, I pinged you the other day and I said I'm out, right? That was about 7,800 or so. I said I'm out. I said enough is enough on this move right now, because at this point now, you know, this hyperbolic move, I don't know what's behind it here. Back at 5,500, there was some technical rationale for it. We cleared 62, 6,300, which was some resistance. We cleared 7,000, which was psychological resistance. Up here, to me, it's frothy. I don't mean frothy in the sense that we're getting back down to 5 or 4 or 3 or anywhere like that, but frothy on this move up. I want to trade it. I'm not investing it, so I'm out. Now, with the point you made, Oliver, about it being Bitcoin specific, I think what you're seeing yesterday, today, are a bunch of these other altcoins that have been in the news a lot that have lagged, now getting some catch up here. I mean, look at Ethereum. Right, Ethereum finally is back up to over 10%. Ripple, Litecoin. I don't even know what your Doja coin is doing, but it's probably worth a thousandth of a penny or something. But, but in all seriousness, we're seeing these altcoins catch up a little bit.
No, I think it's a good point, basically, because as we've described it here, it did feel like something different was happening here, right? We saw the futures volume tick up the past couple months. That seemed to be constructive. There wasn't this whole hype train around it. That seemed constructive, that maybe it was a more sophisticated type of buyer as the market structure has improved. And then this past week, it's like, all right, I've seen this story before. My Twitter's loaded up with all, the hype train, and then I've got, Doja coins or whatever. I haven't checked it, but, all the other junk that's going crazy now too. So do you actually go out and fade it though, or is it too risky given that we've seen the way this thing can moon?
Yeah, I'm not saying to fade it. Like we talked about, my exit at 78-ish was only because we had, talked about my entry around 55.
Okay.
So I don't know that you faded here. I think what you have to watch is the volume. And I'm not just talking about the net transactional volume per day, but look at the CME futures volume, because that has been a huge indicator over the last 3 to 4 weeks. That volume has just accelerated and accelerated. And man, just the other day they traded over 30,000 contracts. Even today, on a somewhat slower range-bound day for Bitcoin compared to what we've seen over the last few weeks or so, well over 10,000 contracts today. So, I'm watching that volume. If the volume starts to dry up a little bit, that to me might be a sell sign. Until that dries up here, man, this wave is still riding here, even though I'm on the sidelines right now.
Yeah. All right. So there's a look at the futures as we saw the big, pop. We're looking at intraday now, but there was quite a bit of futures up to volume up to the 8 level. All right. So Scott, real quickly, I want to get your thought on the macro take of the day. We're going to talk about it here on the panel. But once again, you've got a situation where stocks are rallying right on into what it looks like yield curve inversion again. Have we seen this story play out before?
We have, and the past is I'm not going to say all the time a precursor of what happens in the future, but it can be a good indication. So, I look at what we saw, months back with this inversion here, and I think if you're going to trade it, then you have to take advantage of it. If you're looking a little bit longer term here, as you and I were just tweeting back and forth a little while ago, I certainly think we're going to see rates higher. That being said, you have to trade a range right now. And we're seeing a lot of push and pull between the market and rates right now. Where is the disconnect? Where is this thing going to be correlated again right now? And I think that's one of the reasons that in this big rally that we've seen this afternoon after the sell-off this morning, we're not seeing volatility get hit very much. You would expect vol, especially after the big run-up that we've seen, to get hit more. And I haven't seen that. And that gives me a little bit pause for concern that we're still due for maybe another little bit of a pullback.
All right, and I guess last time we inverted, it was like 2 days, a little chop in the market, then we came right back up and made highs. So maybe we did the same thing again. We sold off a little bit into this, and we'll pop right back. Only time will tell. Scott Bauer will be here, though, when it does, the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Nice chat, Scott. Nice Bitcoin trade, too. We'll be right back.